So I wanted to start off this speech by giving you guys all something. So just pass the bag around and just take one plastic baggie.
What is it?
So,
Special surprise.
Mahatma Gandhi once said, "You must be the change you wish to see in the world." In an article written by Angela McQuat in Better Giving in 2009, wrote that there's much you can accomplish even if your philanthropic budget is in the hundreds or thousands of dollars instead of the millions. Whether it is my time in a concession stand for a nonprofit organization, or my money tipping the wages of my favorite burger joint, or a simple smile, I've been giving since I can remember. We constantly underestimate the power of a listening ear or an encouraging word, and we are too stingy to give the hungry man on the corner $1, or too busy to lend a helping hand in the community garden. Today I will communicate why a person should give, and some of the simplest ways to give back. If a homeless man was to walk in the door right now, would you give him $1 if he asked one? Whether your answer is yes or no, maybe not entirely your decision or fault. Generous impulses often are defined in fundraising requests, conversation, and greeting cards as coming from the heart. In fact, the roots of giving are perhaps deep in the brain circuitry. In an article written by Junie Keene on December 1st, 2010 in USA Today, writes exactly how the complicated workings of the brain stimulates or suppress giving, and how family, coworkers, and values affect generosity remains a mystery. But from what researchers do know, a person's generosity can be affected by a link to parenting and a hormone known as oxytocin, which could impact a person's generosity, although there is no definite proof. In the same article, Junie Keene wrote, quotes Jessica Collette, a Notre Dame social psychologist, "If I become somebody who is a giving person, that is how I identify. It can influence everything I do. People who are generous are happier, healthier, and do better in life. There's something about learning how to get beyond oneself and helping other people that is good for the giver," says Christian Smith, a Notre Dame sociologist professor. And there is so much need in the world. Although there is no solid scientific facts supporting why a person may give or not, there are well-established theories. One of the well-established theories is known as the warm glow or helper's high. There are some deep-rooted theories about generosity. In an article by Junie Keene in USA Today, wrote that more than 2 decades ago, economist James Anderoni theorized that people who give experience internal satisfaction that he calls the warm glow. Other researchers call it the helper's high, a physical sensation that increases feelings of self-worth and makes people want to give again. Smith states some proof about generosity are acknowledged. There are different kinds of giving. People give for strategic, sentimental, impulsive, habitual, or ideological reasons. People who are religious tend to give more. People who have more do not necessarily donate more. The opposite is often true. Generosity is good for you. Senior citizens who volunteer live longer. Holiday giving often is strategic and motivated more by year-end tax deductions than the sentiments of the season. People who plan donations give more than those who don't, and guilt isn't a great motivator. These conclusions are based on studies that ask people why they do or don't give is the easy part. Understanding what's going on in people's brains or their surroundings that stimulates them to act the way they do is more intricate. You have now discovered the reasons why some people give and why others don't. I will communicate on different ways to give. The act of giving comes in many different packages and can affect anyone from you to your mom to your neighbor, to the person you passed on the street today, to your community, and to your Mother Earth. In an article written by Michael King in February 2010 on learnthis.ca, wrote a list of 100 different ways to serve others and give back. The fourth reason was buy someone lunch. Buying lunch is not that expensive, as people do it every day. And when you have an opportunity when you're getting or eating lunch with someone, simply buy their lunch as well as yours. Don't offer, don't tell them, just do it, and don't make a big deal about it. Don't say they can get the next one, don't say they do it for you. Just buy them lunch and leave it at that. The 9th way of giving is give a gift certificate. I love giving people on the streets gift certificates. Gift cards for food or store for basic needs like clothing you can buy pretty much anywhere. Instead of giving money to someone who you have no idea how they might spend it, you can give them something that they have to use for their basic needs. I've given grocery store $20 gift cards to peddlers, and they are always just thrilled getting it, and it makes it easier for me knowing that they can just turn around the corner and spend it on drugs and alcohol. The 3rd way is to give a book you've read away. Not many people read all the books they have, let alone read them more than once. If you have books you know you will not read away, keep them in mind, and anyone interested in that subject, simply give them that book. I absolutely love receiving books from others and always enjoy reading them, as to know there is someone to have a conversation then with that about that book. 42, pay for a stranger's coffee behind you in line. Head on through the drive-thru or even at a till still in person and tell the cashier you would like to pay for the other person's purchase as well. You will quietly surprise the cashier and the other person with such a simple act of kindness. Offer your seat on the bus or train. Public transportation is often quite crowded, and it's sad how selfish people seem to be when on board. Look for a chance to offer your seat or a helping hand to someone traveling with extra baggage, children, or perhaps the disabled. Give honest feedback. Mastering feedback is a crucial skill for a manager, but can apply to anyone when serving others. Feedback is a powerful tool. Donate blood. This is a huge need for trauma care and a very selfless act. Leave a specific compliment with a tip. Tips are an easy way to serve others in return for what they have done for you. If you want to make a strong impact, then write a note or message. In an article written by Peter James Sinclair, written on dumblittleman.com on June 12, 2011, wrote, "Don't hold back. There is a law in our action in our universe that defines that as you sow, so shall you reap. Today is your day, and there is so much that you can give. Put the wallet down for a moment and consider your other currencies, your emotion, your time, your heart, and your compassion. Here are just 11 ways to start you off. 1, give a smile. 2, give out good thoughts. 3, give a kind word. 4, give a cheerful disposition. 5, give appreciation. 6, give encouragement. 7, give honor. 8, give happiness. 9, give up your time. 10, give hope. And 11, give prayer." I hope you can now go out to give back to your community and our world with the few suggestions I have presented today. At this moment, our world underestimates the power of a listening ear and a helping hand. Let's change this world one smile at a time. I told you today why people give and others don't, and different ways on how to give back. I will leave you all with this poem written by Anthony Miller from Highlights from Children. The spirit of giving is not just about presents and gifts, but giving hugs and smiles to those you love, cracking jokes and encouraging laughter to someone blue. Thank a teacher, thank a parent too. They pick us up when we have fallen, cheering us when we are bent, and turn us into the right direction when we are lost. The spirit of giving is spreading good cheer, disputing warmth to each person's faith. when you give kindness, joy, and grace.